on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Get ready to be amazed. Get ready to know things that nobody could know. Get ready for Transformational Tuesday with America's original radio psychic, Dr. Linda Salvin, featuring television star, naturopath, and educator Sharon Winters, creator of Healthy Living the Winters Way, in conversation with expert guests and alternative healing methods with products, solutions, and supplements for nutrition, physical activity, and the latest thinking on lowering the risks of disease and improving your health and well-being. For nearly 30 years as a syndicated talk show host and metaphysical clinician, Dr. Linda has helped thousands of people worldwide solve problems on the air and in person with her insights and solutions. So pull up a chair, turn it up, and get ready for a visit with the one and only Dr. Linda. And now, live from Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Linda Salvin.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's another episode of Transformational Tuesday. Today, we're going to go over gut health and what you can do to prevent disease. We did a show, Sharon Winters and I did a show a couple of weeks ago on gut health, and then we did another one with a guest of ours with a certain product line. Let's bring Sharon on so I don't have to leave her in the dark in the back room. Hey there, girl. How are you?
Never liked living in the dark.
No, we are of the light. Sharon Winters is a TV star, a naturopath, author of this huge book called The Pure Cure. You want to get a copy of The Pure Cure because whatever you're trying to cure, she's got the pure answer on every single page from every single toxic substance known to man out there. But if you can't get The Pure Cure, you've got me, Dr. Linda, and Sharon Winters, and we're here to help you. You will download the show, you'll watch it on YouTube or whatever, but the information is there forever. So you can always revert to the show and capture some of the data that we're going to talk about. Sharon, about a year and a half ago, put together a beautiful email about gut health, and one of the product lines that she and I are influencers of for today's jargon of marketing, and it's based on DNA. And you've heard us talk about DNA health in the past. You've heard us talk about DNA nutrition, and it's all part of what's known as the field of epigenetics, dealing with your genes. We all inherit genes from our mother and father. All the chromosomes come in, as you know. And what this one company does is by swabbing our cheeks, and it's not to the government, it's to a private company in Texas, folks. It is HIPAA compliant. You find out what you inherited from both sides of the family. We'll talk about some of the genes in a moment. But then what we love for everybody to do is to get involved with what's called the DNA nutrition. Rather than, let's say I went to Sharon's house and Sharon lives 15 minutes from me. I say, come on, let's go to Whole Foods or a big box store or something. I need A and D and B and B6 and 12 and C and zinc. And next thing you know, we've got baskets full of garbage, right, Sharon?
Yeah, I have clients that come into me and they literally have 2 bags filled with nutrients. And that's one of the things, just because somebody's right for somebody doesn't mean that it's right for you. Somebody's medicine is somebody else's poison. What I love about this company, and it's HIPAA protected, by the way. So when you swab the inside of your cheek, you put it in a vial, and the vial just has a barcode on it. And that barcode just gets delivered to a private science lab.
And then here's the barcode here. You see it. We are only barcoded. We are not known to the company, is what Sharon's saying. It's very private.
And they do what's known as a healthy aging report of 18 of your DNA.
Genes.
They're called SNPs, single nucleotide polymorphisms, and they tell you whether you inherited the gene from one parent or both parents. And then they send that new information over to a nutritional lab, and based on peer studied science, they put together a nutritional formula based on your DNA, and the amount, depending on whether you got it from one parent or both parents, is the clinical dose that they're going to give you for that particular gene. For instance, the first gene that we take a look at is the APOB gene, and the APOB gene is for healthy cholesterol. And that gene, whether you got it from one parent or both parents,
what's that noise?
What noise?
You don't hear it?
No.
It's not here either. I don't know what it is, but there's. Go on. I don't know. It's like an alien making noise. Go on.
So that gene needs some green tea extract, grape skin extract, pomegranate, and artichoke. And based on whether you got it from one parent or both parents is the clinical dose that they're going to give you for that particular gene. Because in your DNA is like a gun, but what pulls the trigger is the environment. And just because you have a red marker, which means you got it from both parents, doesn't mean that you're going to have high cholesterol. And just
that you're at a different risk. Your risk factors are there. So what we want to do is help prevent that risk or eliminate or the risk.
Right. For instance, I don't hear anything, Linda.
No, something's bleeding. It's on my station. Rebel, my station's on. I see it's bleeding from my radio station. Keep talking. I'll just turn it off.
So, for instance,
there we go.
You have a red marker on the MTRR gene, which is your healthy.
The motherfucker gene. No. That's cardiovascular.
No, the MTRR, not the MTH.
Oh, okay. To me, they're very similar.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're very connected. Is the MTRR gene is the heart attack gene. Now, my father died at 56 from his 5th heart attack. He had 3 brothers that died, and my brother died of a heart attack. So if I would have lived that lifestyle, I changed my lifestyle totally when I was 26 years old. If I didn't, I would be long gone.
Well, you had cancer, and you were actually forced into prevention, especially knowing your family history.
I chose, and back in those days, there was very little information. There was no internet.
No, you were like a pioneer.
Yeah, I was very blessed to have found Dr. Kelly and go on Dr. Kelly's protocols. So my life did change, when I was 26 years old. If it didn't, I wouldn't be here because I have that red marker of the MTRR.
And so do I.
And it's important for all of us to know what we're predisposed to.
But a lot of us don't know, and I don't happen to have the chart in front of me to give a visual, but what this company does that Sharon's discussing, once we swab our cheeks, and it goes in a little vial, and it goes to the company, online you get a back office or your dashboard, and all of the reports are then emailed to you, and some reports might be 35 pages long, and each gene is expressed, and like Sharon was saying, some of the ingredients like grapeseed or pomegranate, it's all listed, but it also shows what the risk factors are, what disease it could lead to, or that you might be predisposed to. So as we've talked, and as we're hoping to educate you, the majority of disease starts in the gut. So if we start to heal the gut, and you've got parasites and mucus, and you've got constipation, and you've got food going down, you've got a lot of different organs between the stomach and the colon, the pancreas, the liver, and the kidneys, and the bladder, but they all have to work together. And if something gets stuck, or something ferments, or something, whatever happens in our gut, we're going to affect other organs of our body, and we get sick.
We need to go, what is going on with the gut? Why does everybody have leaky gut? And everybody, whether you have symptoms or not, we all have leaky gut. And what is the reason for that? And the big reason for that is a toxic chemical called glyphosate. In 1980s, we were one of
the weed killer, people. It's the weed killer.
Monsanto. It's in Roundup.
And it kills bugs. And then once the bug eats the crop, it bursts their stomach. So we kill the bug, but it doesn't kill the chemical on our food. It doesn't wash off. You can't cook it off. We ingest it.
Right. but it also destroys the nervous system, the immune system. It
So
destroys.
people become depressed, or they might get anxiety or some other type of neurological problem, right?
Destroys the nerve centers of our mood, where our serotonin, the happy hormone, is made, and that's why there's so many people on antidepressants, because we have a whole society now in people that are depressed. In 1980, it's interesting. We were one of the healthiest countries around. Now we're 30. And Cuba is ahead of us.
Unbelievable. You would think that the third world countries would not be as healthier than us, but they are. We're killing ourselves. But we have, Sharon and I do this show to educate you, to help you become more attuned and educated as to what you can do to improve your body and protect your body, especially with what's going out there with all the viruses and all the different techniques to protect yourself. And as Sharon and I were saying, and people come to her as a practitioner for help with their nutrition or losing weight or gut health or whatever they're confronting. And they'll bring, 85 vials and bottles and jars and say, what do I need? But this company does all the magic for you. They eliminate the work. They customize it. They clinically dose it. You take it twice a day. Your body will start to heal or change the level of what you might be in a risk. Like Sharon's A1Cs were a little higher than they became after just taking the product, a month?
Yeah. It's incredible. And what's interesting to me is that we still think in terms of substitution, even though a lot of people are on the alternative path, because when you go to a doctor, they're either drug or cut. But so they have medicine. Now you get into the alternative world, and you're just substituting drugs for
herbs,
for nutrition, nutritional products, but you're still treating the symptom and not the source. What I love about this and the other protocols that we use is it gets to the source. It gets to the reason why you have what you have. And that's what that needs to be worked with.
So some of the products that they have, people, there's one called Hepatides. There's a probiotic, a prebiotic. You could get the DNA nutrition. They have a unbelievable skin toner that your skin just goes, it sucks it up. Like it just melts.
It's stem cells for your skin.
It's amazing. And the clarity and the softness, it is stem cells. And this is real. It's tested. It's been on the market for about 4 years now. But you want to heal from the inside so your outsides look better and you elongate your life. And whatever potential disease you may be up against, like the SOD2 gene, if that's out of whack, like my mother, it's more prone for stroke, Parkinson's, cancer, other neurological diseases. So by my taking my product, I'm going to eliminate or lower my risk factor to possibly having a stroke or coming in with any of the other diseases. There's no guarantee I won't get sick, but with somebody with a degree in preventative medicine, which I have from 46 years ago, in epidemiology, it was all about studying epidemics a long time ago, but now I'm into epigenetics and I'm more into healing the body as opposed to just doing research or whatever. But this company that Sharon and I want you to really get involved with, if you are interested in your health and your spouse or your family or your relatives or your friends, and you want to make money as well, the opportunity is here. You can always contact Sharon. Why don't you give out your email address if people want to learn more? Because I'm going to go through some of the different products we have here and keep bouncing around.
You can go to my email is livinghealth, LIVINGHEALTH 24 at AOL.com.
Or you can reach me at Dr. Linda at lindasalvin.com. But Sharon would be more available to talk to you about the more of the scientific aspects of the products. I get more into helping people understand the spiritual improvement by taking the product. Altogether, it's mind, body, spirit. But these products, go ahead.
And you get a 48-page report, and I go over
At least you get 3 or 4, because you get the general health and well-being, then you get the weight, then you get the skin and the sport. So they'll tell you what's best for activities for your body. I obviously don't have a sprinter's body, and I don't have those legs, but it'll tell me that I am good at walking and hiking and being in nature, and other people are swimmers. What's your thing in your report? What do they say is best for you?
So it's really, I love the sports one because, my whole life I've never been a runner. I don't like all that fast-paced stuff. I've never been good at it, and yeah, I don't have a runner's body, and it says I'm good, for things like yoga and Pilates, which is exactly what I like to do. And it's interesting because what it did for me is it kind of took a lot of the guilt of thinking that, I wasn't good at something, but it's just the way that my body's made up.
And that's the beauty of these reports, that it will guide us into the right foods. A friend of mine hadn't eaten beef or any type of meat in 30, 40 years, but there was something going on with his cardiovascular system, and there was something going on with the way he was feeling, and he was losing weight. All of a sudden, he got into eating some beef, and his blood sugars were normalizing and stabilizing, and his color was coming back into his face. And with the products that he's taking, all of a sudden he was getting healthier. So we have to pick and choose. And this guy was an athlete in high school and in college with the doing the bars and anything to do with God, what's the sport? I can't even think right now because my brain's gone because I'm following the show. But as far as athletics, and he still does yoga, but he was definitely the track and he was the runner. Huh?
Track and field?
No, but he was inside the gym doing all the athletics and the dynamics that I can't think of the word right now. When you're on the beam and hanging upside down in the rings and all that. I mean, he's all muscle. It's all muscle. But people come to me like they come to you for a quick fix. There are no quick fixes. If you're on this product for at least 3 to 4 months, you're going to start feeling the difference. Some things are going to happen more quickly than others. One of the benefits of taking this customized, clinically dosed nutritional product based on your genes, and if you want to have children, or your children are of childbearing age, I love the cat. After 3 years of taking the product, the negative genes that were inherited will no longer be passed on to their offspring. That's how powerful this is genetically to help heal us. So whatever I inherited from my grandparents that came from Poland, and my mom and dad that were United American born, versus what I inherited, we can help prevent future ancestral and familial diseases. My family is high on the motherfucker gene, which is a lot of depression. And taking this has not cured, but taken me to a different level where I don't go as deep, and I function at a higher rate. So they don't use your names on samples. No, they do not, country. Everything like Sharon just said and I just said, by the time you swab your cheeks, and there's a little vial. I have a copy, or I have one here somewhere. I can show you a little sample. And you just put it in an envelope that they send you. It's self-stamped, and you stick it in the mail, and you get a little text saying, "Oh, you hit the mailbox." Then you get another text saying, "Oh, you're at our company." And it is strictly a barcode, just like you see here. It is strictly a barcode. Nobody knows your name. Even if I need help with customer service, like if you want to sign up and I need to ask customer service, you go by your order number, your customer number. Nobody knows your name unless they ask for it for an identification.
Well, okay. So the lab doesn't know your name, but they send that information over. So the lab never knows who you are.
No, your number.
And then once they're done with it. They send it over to a nutritional lab, and then they match the
order with
Order number
with the
with your name,
formula.
and then they put together the formula, which is pretty cool.
But it's just like going back to saying, you know, when your clients come to you with bags of nutrients and say, what do I need, Sharon? And they don't need any of it because we don't know if it's 5 milligrams here and 100 milligrams there and 18,000 over IUs. It's confusing. We try to
the things
do it
we also test for is VDR, which is really important. That's your vitamin D, to find out how you're absorbing your vitamin D, and that's real important. We need to know that.
Well, the vitamin D also goes with the calcium, and then the calcium goes with your parathyroid. Everything's connected to something, but you want your body working properly. It's like a car. You always want the car tuned up. You always need to put gas in the car. That's our food, right? So we want to keep it clean the best we can. That's not to say we don't eat junk once in a while. But if you eat too much junk, you're going to have more depression, more obesity, more anxiety, more lethargic feelings. It's all related. And there are times people call me and they want to know about their child or their husband. And I'll say, well, what are they eating? And they go, what do you mean? I said, well, if they're too much in sugar and flour, they're probably going to be like drugged and depressed or have anxiety or outbursts. And they say, oh my God, it's like being an alcoholic. It's the sugar in the blood. It's the carbohydrate gets metabolized as sugar, and it can offset thinking and neurological conditions and emotions. It's all related, folks, but we want to go back to the gut because the gut's where it all starts. 80%.
Yeah, the gut is everything. It's now becoming more and more popular. Gut brain, gut brain, gut brain, gut brain, and that's what it is because they're made when we're being made. That thread of DNA are linked together, the gut and the brain.
But isn't it also, Sharon, the actual lining of our intestines can be so thin that part of leaky gut is where the fecal material that goes through our intestines leaks out into the body caves or cavities.
That's because of glyphosate. And glyphosate destroys the gut. It destroys the villi. It paralyzes them, among other things. It destroys your serotonin. It destroys your melatonin. It destroys your immune system. And everybody it's a thin membrane. So we all have leaky gut, and we have the number one product in the world, third-party studies, gold standard that gets rid of glyphosate. The number one product, everybody, because the sad truth is it's in 90% of our food. It's in our water.
It's in the air.
It's in our wine. It's in beer. It's in everything. And I think within 60 days, 87% of the glyphosate will be out of your body. It'll never be 100% because
you're eating, but you're cleansing at the same time to eliminate the buildup.
Even when I had a raw vegan, high-end raw vegan restaurant years ago, and I researched wines that I wanted to carry, and even the organic wines in Napa had glyphosate in it, and so my wines came from Italy and Spain and France, where they don't use that there.
I bet the taste is clearer and cleaner too.
People could drink red wine because they don't get headaches.
Yeah, I always got the nitrites would always hit me in my jawline, and I never understood what that association was. Drinking wine, and then I would get little jaw pain, like not pain, but just tingles. It was annoying. But in your experience with the people that come to you, and especially with this detox, there's two products, there's two different companies that we can talk to you about. The one that Sharon's talking about in detoxing the glyphosates is a different company than the company we're talking about, the DNA nutrition. But
so that's immediate.
But the brilliance of Sharon, I was just going to compliment you because Sharon got me interested in all of this. And in addition to the DNA nutrition, we have added the detox, which also improves our whole body through a 90-day cleanse. Why don't you talk about that and then we integrate that?
Everybody's doing a detox.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Detox is not the answer because you're wasting away your muscle mass. you're destroying your immune system, and how are you doing the detox? So we have a 90-day protocol. It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And really, in 90 days, your life will be transformed.
Yeah, you start feeling it. There's a high, there's a clarity,
Right.
anxiety goes away, fear.
Nothing works. Nothing works on me. Nothing works on me. Nothing works. And then
That's what I said.
I get a call a month later. Oh my
And
God.
Sharon said, Linda, it's 90 days.
Oh my God. I said, yes. She goes, this thing really works.
Yeah.
It really works. It's incredible. So in 90 days, it's 5 products and they all do different things. So we remove the glyphosate, we remove heavy metals, we remove parasites.
And that one product was it once a month for about 11 days to remove the parasites. You just feel your body letting go of the
all this
worms.
Now is coming out about parasites is the cause of cancer. Well, it's not the cause of cancer, but it is a main cause of cancer. And the other thing it gets rid of is plastics. And most people don't even realize that they consume a credit card worth of plastic a week. A week.
You've said
and
that.
while you're getting rid of that, you're building your immune system with superfoods, and the superfoods are just incredible. No fillers, no binders. Everything is organic, certified, glyphosate free, and you're building your immune system. And it's pure food. There's no GMOs, there's no herbicides, there's no pesticides, there's no excipients, no additives, no colors, no binders. There's nothing like it. And the other thing that I love about this company, it's 99% plastic free. By the end of the year, we will be 100% plastic free company. It comes in pouches.
Little foil, or what's it?
It's made out of hemp, bamboo, and sap. And then after you're finished with it, you can actually take the pouches and throw it in your, if you're compost
and recycle it.
The soil is actually better when
it's got the compost. It feeds it.
It's incredible.
Just because there are 1,000 ads constantly running on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, there's a lot of competition. Everybody's on the bandwagon. In the 90s, everything was Tex-Mex for restaurants. In the 2023, it's all, vegan, gluten-free, whatever. There's always a phase, just like there is with nutrition. Oh, it's got to be B. Oh, it's got to be C. Oh, it's got to be D. Then, okay, now it's combined. This is the only company in the world that gives you a customized clinical dose for your body based on your DNA. The other company Sharon and I are referring to, you can choose whatever you want with, quote, the pure foods and the mega foods out there and how nutritionally they are. I've tried some of the other companies and they don't hold a match to this one company, which is what I finally gave in. No, this is top of the line, people.
Asked a question, how soon can you feel results? Well, everybody's body's different. Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean that it's not working. Some people feel it instantly.
Yes.
Some people, it takes time. It depends on your body. We don't feel the tumor in our breast until that's Franny, by the way.
I see Franny.
You don't feel the tumor in your breast until it's been there for 5 years.
And sometimes you don't at all unless it's been diagnosed.
Just
with me, it took about 85 days to really feel it. My friend Gary felt it in the first 10 days. He's still higher than a kite, loving this stuff. And he fought it at first, Oh, no, I take this, I take that. My doctor said this, my healer said that. Then they surrender. It's like, oh, my God, this is really good stuff. I fight Sharon. And then she says, just try it.
Just put it in your body. You take these aminos that was developed by a doctor.
23 minutes of amino acid protein getting in your blood.
3 minutes, and it's 99% bioavailable. They're most meat or soy or get into your body, and it takes anywhere from 24 hours to get into your muscles, and you don't even know the percentage of what that is. This is 99% of it is bioavailable into your muscles, pre-digested. So you want to take it first thing in the morning, because we lose muscle mass when we're sleeping. And so you will start to build muscle even though you're not even working out. It's fantastic.
It firms, it helps your whole form, people. Then there's the detox.
It's fat rid, not weight loss. It's great because muscle is more than fat.
That's true. That's true. But a lot of people who, even when people are intermittent fasting, which is a new term of not eating between meals for a long time, but you can lose more muscle without building your muscle up if you're not replenishing the nutrition that your body needs. A lot of people look thin right away, but a lot of it's muscle mass and not simply the fat that's going away, right?
So there's 5 products on this ultimate lifestyle transformation. So it's those aminos. Then you take your power shake, which is incredible. It's got spirulina, chlorella, wheatgrass, but it's equivalent to 6 servings of microgreens. And you take a little capsule that is the glyphosate. You do that twice a day.
Well, it detoxes the glyphosate. It's not the glyphosate. You're releasing the glyphosate. Yeah, you can take I think once a day.
Postbiotic. I don't know if you know that. It's also
is it that the biome? Okay. Okay. And then you've got at night, you've got the cherry stuff.
That's what I was just going to say. And then at night you take this sour tart cherries are the only thing that is known to build your melatonin in your body. And we're all lacking in melatonin. And when people take melatonin, it's dangerous because it depletes your own melatonin. The other thing that it does, which I love, is it repairs the serotonin that was destroyed by the glyphosate in your gut. And your serotonin is your happy hormone. And people, I got a video from a client, and she says, I feel like dancing.
She's energized.
I haven't felt like dancing in a long time because her depression started to lift. It's amazing. And then on day 11, you start the parasite cleanse. And what happens is these parasites, they live in the microfilm of your colon. And they thrive on glyphosate and they thrive on heavy metals, and we're getting rid of it. So
one of the things I read about that, which is interesting, is especially sugar addicts. When you're heavy into sugar and you stop eating sugar, I've been off sugar 14 years, thank God, but it's a drug, and until you detox. But the parasites thrive on sugar. So when you're detoxing or letting go of sugar and you get a headache, it's actually the parasites are starting to act up because they're looking for sugar.
Right.
And I watched yesterday something, this blew my mind. When we use spray for our pans for cooking, it's just butane. It's all butane. I didn't know that. We grew up using all of the sprays on our pots and pans to cook and flip the eggs or whatnot. It's butane. We are ingesting gas.
Well, we've got so many chemicals. I once said it's not a gut problem. It's not an immune problem. It's not a headache problem. It's a toxic problem. That's why
the whole problem, which is why Sharon wrote the book, The Pure Cure.
Sure.
How long does it take the parasites to die and leave the body? They never actually leave all. But during the 11-day taking the product, you will cleanse so much. You'll feel it as you go to the bathroom. You'll know.
You take it for 10 days. It kills the parasites. You're off for 20. And then you take it for another 10 days because they've laid eggs. So that we got to get rid of.
Constantly stifling them out. But you're on top of it. Whereas opposed to if you're not doing anything, they're there.
You want to do 2 months in a row. And then I'd like to do it every 3 to 4 months because,
why not? You want to clean out.
Anybody that eats fish, anybody that eats sushi.
Especially sushi. I was just going to say sushi. It's raw.
Yeah.
But I love sushi. But
even when you cook fish, it's still in there. I mean, it's when you see what's in food, it's like the only thing I want to do are my shakes because that's pure food. And that's anything else I use for fun. It's just what's happened to the quality of our food
has gone downhill. It's frightening.
When I was born, a cup of spinach had 1,200 milligrams of iron. Today it has 2. I'd have to eat 600 more cups of spinach to get the same nutrient value as when I was born. And, our bodies couldn't hold it. And
that's the food industry. Produce more and give us less so they can make more money. It's all about the money.
Yeah, it's all about the money. And the Power Shake is equivalent to 6 servings of microgreens. And that's why it's called superfoods, because it has superpowers.
It does.
It's just not, it's so much better than just juicing. It's so much better than doing celery.
Because of the nutrition that's involved in the ingredients in the pouches, people. You're getting what your body needs and then some.
It's processed by, when I had my restaurant, all we had were dehydrators. And the restaurant was called 118 degrees because anything over 118 degrees destroys the enzymes. These foods have a specific process of 78 degrees. So it's almost room temperature, so that when it hits the water, it becomes living food.
Well, besides the green, just so people know, I've sampled some of the other products. There's the berry. Then I got into the apple caramel, which is the fiber. The what?
The collagen is phenomenal.
Collagen I haven't gotten to yet because I've been going through all the others. And, there's 50 different products, people, for different parts of your body. They've even got a children's section. And they've got chocolate. They've got the...
Children are eating massive amounts of glyphosate also, and all autistic children, their gut.
It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Nutrition changes or can help autism.
Product, because kids aren't going to be able to take capsules, so they made it into a very tasting chocolate.
Like milk. Yeah, they have a drink. I was looking at it yesterday for kids. I'm like, well, I don't think I have to be a young kid to taste it. You're also into their chai tea.
Something for cats and something for dogs, because dogs are dying earlier and earlier because they're walking on the grass that's been sprayed with glyphosate.
So it's going into their paws, absorbing into their body, and deteriorating the body. I just saw that yesterday about the cat. Why don't you talk about the cat product? Because there's a lot of people that have animals.
It's just lots of different herbs and nutrition that you just sprinkle on their food.
They're not going to know.
Huh?
I said the cats aren't going to know.
Right.
And they also have for the Halloween, they've got a pumpkin protein. So if you don't want to just do a green protein or the berry protein, now they got the pumpkin protein. They have something for everything of delicious. I'm sorry?
I went to an event on Sunday and I experienced for the first time the coffee protein. Oh. So you can just text us or email me, and I can tell you how to order it. If you want.
Country, just go to Sharon. She'll help you, or I can help you off the air. Again, she's at livinghealth24@aol.com. And then me at drlinda@lindasalvin.com. Either one of us will help you. But you sign up. It may freak you out at the beginning when it's not cheap, but it's not extraordinary. But what it does to your body,
it's cheap. It's $12.
In consideration of everything else, it's very economical.
I usually just do this for 2 meals and eat a meal, and for $12 a day, and then the second month it's $11 a day. And we actually have a $120 gift coupon that
we can give out so that you're saving money.
Right.
And if you want to make money because you want to turn other people onto it. I know during the summer when I was going through the initial phase of the detox, I don't know, at some point I woke up, I thought, I feel good. I don't have that anxiety, or I'm not fearful. Or you watch yourself transition. You watch yourself heal. You feel the emotional and spiritual and physical change. It's subtle. Then all of a sudden it's like, I feel good. What is this? Oh, I'm processing. But it's not like a lot of work. All you do is follow the program, take this in the morning and this in the afternoon and drink that and do this at night. And your body adjusts. You can't not benefit.
Yeah.
Can't. It's healthy.
I feel blessed to have found it. Some things that come into your life are a good thing. some things come into your life that are a God thing. For me, this is a God thing.
Absolutely.
Able to
There
have
are no accidents.
myself, because I'm always looking for what's the next best thing? What's the next best thing I can put into my life? And for me and my family, and then my clients and my friends, and it's something that you want to put in and then share it with people, because that's how we're going to stop world
disease, discomfort, extra problems. Even the rage out there will calm down if you start ingesting this, because you're going to feel better by detoxing some of the foods that are causing some of the emotional reactions. It's all tied in. It's all mind, body, spirit.
Absolutely.
And we want to get everybody healthier, especially as we get older, and especially with what's going on out there. And you don't know who you're exposed to or what you're exposed to. Like even your dogs and cats, they're absorbing it from the grass, or they're eating it. Dogs eat grass when they have an upset stomach. You want to cleanse your animals. This company has that. The other company has the DNA nutrition plus the skincare that we want to help you experience, because again, it is based on stem cells. Vitamins, minerals, different nutritional aspects that we need, whether it's in seed form or if it's an oil or whatever. Again, you get a map. And at some other show, I will show you what that is, or call me off the air, Sharon, and we can email you a copy of our report. So you see what you inherited from both sides of the family, which comes in with the red dot. And then the yellow dot on your map would be from one side of the family. And if it's green, you were born with whatever condition or genetic makeup you have. But this just helps you get stronger, healthier, quicker. And the question that's been popping up all through the show is, how long does it take? Give it the 90 days. I didn't want to. Oh my God, let's just get through the first 30. Oh, it's not happening. But I guess by 50, I was into it, and it was at the 90, 85. And I just said, Sharon, I feel so good. She goes, Linda, it's 90 days. Now, let me tell you something about Sharon. I met Sharon about 5 years ago. And one of the first things she did was show me her book. Hey, I wrote this book. I'm going to do another book, blah, blah, blah. But I want you to try this product, because Sharon's always pushing a product. Sharon's the health nut. She's out there on top of all the lines out there. Some of them I liked, some of them I didn't like. One I did was a liver cleanse, and I got nothing out of it. She was okay, moved on to something else, tried another product, fell in love with it. People, Sharon, me, and others in our health network have been there, done that. We've done the research for you. We're going to save you the money. We're going to tell you, no, that company's okay. And they're big names out there online. Great for them. But I'm not going to support them anymore, because I stopped taking their collagen, which would make me upset, or I would not get a benefit from the digestive aid or whatever. These work. These products heal your body. So ask Sharon or ask me. We're almost out of time, believe it or not. We've got like 5 minutes here. That went fast. If you have any questions, I know there's a few of you that keep popping up. Ask your question now. Sharon, I would love to answer a question for you. Again, you can take these products and do a side business with it if you want. You could turn other people onto it and make commissions. You could become your own nutritional specialist if you want to help people. But the main thing is start with yourself, because you're the most important. Never mind taking care of the world and being codependent and fixing them and fixing here. Take care of you to be of service to the next person, and let your soul shine, because you're going to feel healthier, especially this glyphosate stuff, man. I'm telling you, this biome cleanses your body, and you will feel the difference. When you first started it, Sharon, weren't you a little overwhelmed that it really actually worked?
Well,
that you could feel it?
I know the origin from where it came, and one of my mentors along this journey was Ann Wigmore, and Ann Wigmore started the Hippocrates Institute. And I actually have a quote on the back of my book from Brian Clement, who is the founder of the Hippocrates Health Institute. But Ann Wigmore really started it. And, she put wheatgrass on the map. And when I discovered these nutritional products, I was blown away
Because you knew.
because I knew the purity of these products, and it was incredible.
It would probably help with vision because your genes might be out of whack with one thing, which I forget which gene actually hits the eyes and the neurological system. But if you're having chronic issues, absolutely, it will not. Nothing will hurt you if it's just nutrition. So you're not taking a medication. It's going to improve or even eliminate that chronic condition.
So you want to get on the basics, and we do have something for eyes that has astaxanthin in it. And astaxanthin is really, really good for your eyes. But it's a food source. You know, everybody's taking isolated chemicals, vitamin this. And I want to just say that, God made orange trees. He didn't make vitamin C trees. And when you isolate a vitamin from its whole food form, it becomes nothing more than an isolated chemical. And your body actually has to work harder to break it down to its molecular structure. So, we've been fooled too with a lot of these isolated products that are out there on the market. The health food stores are lying with it, and just because you're taking it doesn't mean you're absorbing it.
Right, and then there's the ads that come out or the research that comes out on different news channels saying that half of it's just filler. You got to really read on the ingredient list what's in there, and a lot of it's chemicals on chemical upon chemical, and maybe a drop of vitamin D or whatever, but it's all.
And if you have the vitamin D gene, then you're not absorbing anything. And if your gut is,
but you find out, but you will find out with your gut,
which we all have, so we put the whole thing together for you to really help you be vibrant, your health,
be vibrant. But it's also healing all aspects. I didn't know. I was a big coffee drinker. I love caffeine. I always liked the buzz, but I didn't continue drinking coffee. About 2 years or a year into drinking the DNA nutrition, I went further into my reports, and there's a caffeine gene, which I did not know, which apparently was healed and balanced by taking the DNA nutrition. I haven't had a craving for caffeine in 2 or 3 years. I haven't drank coffee. When I do, it keeps me up at night. Now, where I used to be able to sleep on caffeine, my body's cleansed. People, there's 2 companies we're discussing here. There are various products. We have found the perfect marriage of a couple of the products from this company, a couple from here. You do what you want, but Sharon's the knowledgeable one.
Well, you're knowledgeable yourself, Linda.
Yeah, well,
I'll put it together for you.
You have. It's like, okay, this. Well, what about that? No, do both, and it's the perfect. You feel. I feel better than I have felt in a long time, and I've taken tons of medication, and I've taken the antidepressants, and I've detoxed from whatever. Been there, done that. But there is something to this that you feel happy. You feel clean inside. People go to, what is it?
Your serotonin.
My serotonin is high. Yeah, it is. And I still have my moments, but it's nothing like it was because we're absorbing. My body's absorbing because we detoxed.
Well, you're healing your gut. So now that you're able to absorb these nutrients, and we're repairing the melatonin and the serotonin. Those are big.
It's one great big wheel inside our body, people. You see the map of what the intestines look like. Let this nutritional product get into you and come on the show 90 days later, 80 days later, 70 days later and say, hey, I heard you on the show. I tried this and now I feel blah, blah. We're open to sharing this with you, but we want you to come back and share your experience as well. We've got 2 minutes left. So if you're interested in improving your health, Sharon Winters is available at
Living Health 24 at AOL.com.
And I'm at Dr. Linda. Go ahead.
They can go onto my website, which is wintersway.com, WYNTERSWAY.com.
And I'm Dr. Linda at lindasalvin.com or lindasalvin.com, where you can hear the radio station 24 hours a day, Dr. Linda. The show here will replay at Dr. Linda Radio. It's going to be on YouTube, and it's also on the Facebook channels, and who knows where it's going to go. Eventually, I'll get my link tree and put all those links for you. Sharon just got a new link tree that she can send you with all the new products that we're dealing with. We're all here to help you. We're here to educate. We're here to enlighten. But most of all, it's all like, is it odd or is it God? You don't have to search anymore. It's right here. We've got 30 plus years of experience for you.
Reinvent the wheel or figure out what's going on. We
don't have to. It's been done for us and you.
The source and not treat the symptom.
That's it. That's it for today's show. We want to say thank you. We'll be back next Tuesday with another topic. Maybe we'll continue more on the nutritional aspects of healing, because it all starts with our food and it all starts in the gut. Sharon, have a great week. Thank you for helping as always.
Namaste.
Namaste. And everybody, contact us off the air and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed Transformational Tuesday. You can reach Dr. Linda at 888-509-1077 or at lindasalvin.com. And Sharon Winters at www.wintersway.com. That's Winters with a Y. Or email livinghealth24@aol.com. Need a breakthrough of your own? Ready for answers or insights nobody else has? Reserve your own one-on-one in-person chat. Dr. Linda isn't just for other people. Dr. Linda gets results for you. And it's easy. Contact details are on screen now. Just click on lindasalvin.com or call toll-free 888-509-1077. That's lindasalvin.com or toll-free at 888-509-1077.